Even the people of Chebi rejected JB Danquah. The highest JB Danquah could ever rise to in Chebi was Trafuhini. I do not like JB Danquah, and I will tell you why.
Blakk Rasta versus Danquah Akufo Addo over next summer whatever bonting over the weekend on Founders Day. It was a yabako to details. Masrawa. So we share video we know better watching amami comment section ho. Afriex mobile money app and America recommend the amount UK, Canada, US, any part of the world I will be on saying this be more Ghana. Rate strong kokra. Interesting thing they say. We signing up with the promo code TRENDSGH. For first transaction, I will be $20 bonus. And with Masrawa, sign up with the promo code TRENDSGH. So over the weekend, Danquah Akufo Addo, the statement what about one thing on Founders Day, no we say, and you nipa baako and our founder Ghana, and you need founder, number your founders of Ghana. Wamanas, I was saying we say, even under Kwame Nkrumah, and you may be a SC under his watch, unfortunate Ninano, or no Danquah Akufo Addo, obedi presidency. We choose 21st September say Sadano Yanfankai Kwame Nkrumah. Na and somewhere about wanting a man for chem say I didn't know there be no edu founders there. Now this issue no up here. Woko South Africa and see wo woko US and see wo woko other countries enter sa. So and say some other Blakk Rasta ebusuan we get like or say Nanado and someone okan ya no our response emano. Na odi kan e school Nanado on history.
Now, my brother, my sister, with all respect and with all regard and with all decorum, this is the most history illiterate president Ghana has ever had. History illiterate. My brother, my sister, there are some people who just loathe history. There are some people who deny history and they live in denial all their lives. One such person is Nana Akufo Addo. Very bitter, yet my brother, my sister, history illiterate. My brother, my sister, hear this now. Nana Akufo Addo tells us that it wasn't only one man who took us to our independence, and for that matter, no one man can qualify to be in the privilege of being called the founder. It hurts me, and I am shocked. Who is the founder of the Ashanti Kingdom? Everybody will tell you Nana Osei Kofi Tutu the first. It started with Chum Ni Enkwi. It came all the way down to some other kings. Before, somewhere, my brother, my sister, in 1898, going into 1899, my brother, my sister, Osei Kofi Tutu the first founded the Ashanti Kingdom. But when you look at the history of the Ashanti Kingdom, even though one man is credited with being the founder, there were many other kings spanning generations that helped with the fight for founding this wonderful kingdom. How about Okomfo Anoche, the man who commanded the golden stool, as legend will tell us, all the way onto the laps of Nana Otumfuo Osei Kofi Tutu the first. My brother, my sister, look how much Okomfo Anoche helped with the founding of the Ashanti Kingdom, though he himself was never an Ashanti. My brother, my sister, when we count founders, we only count Nana Otumfuo Osei Kofi Tutu the first as the founder of the Ashanti nation. True? Who founded Islam? Everybody will tell you Prophet Muhammad, may the peace and blessings of God be upon him. Who founded Christianity? They will tell you, oh, Jesus Christ. My brother, my sister, nobody will tell you that the founder of Christianity, Jesus and the 12 disciples, even though the disciples helped so much to push the issue and message of Christianity. When you go to Nigeria, they credit it to so many wonderful people, but at the end of the day, people like Zik will stand firm, even though Osman Dan Hodio and the rest had long been on the scene before Zik Nnamdi Azikiwe. My brother, my sister, when you go to the Gambia, many people came along the line, but at the end of the day, we all look at say Dawda Jawara. I can give you 1 trillion more examples. It hurts me, my brother, my sister, that when we are talking about the founders of the world, it's only in Ghana that we get so petty and so history illiterate. I am terribly ashamed at the way the president is behaving. To be very honest with you, he has shown plain dislike, disdain, and bitterness for Kwame Nkrumah. You guys chased Kwame Nkrumah all the way into exile. You were never satisfied. Even when he died somewhere in 1972, you are still chasing his ghost. Kwame Nkrumah was on the 2 cedi note. Nana Akufo Addo made sure that this 2 cedi note that had the face of Kwame Nkrumah went into early extinction. We watched all this. We saw how our textbooks in our school sought, in fact, to pollute the children and tell them that Kwame Nkrumah was nothing but a hopeless dictator. We saw all that, and the children of Kwame Nkrumah stood firm and fought for him. Why are we so ungrateful, so petty? My brother, my sister, you can never take it away from Kwame Nkrumah. Kwame Nkrumah said, independence now. All those guys were still shouting independence at the earliest time possible.
After this, na Blakk Rasta which him said, Nana do Danquah Akufo Addo on shane sapo musio. Since I opesa or trash Kwame Nkrumah as founder of Ghana and the Enyadi Ebejina, because JB Danquah na Nana opesa yehuni said, or no so obuaye ma Ghana yenya independence no. Blakk Rasta which him JB Danquah enyome bia oye tia Kwame Nkrumah time a oji independence ni na no obehie gu ho. Buzia wagene de na supplement ne de echen bomb pew na eninemu we ya part 1 ne de echireba no ene drosun.
I am so ashamed that JB Danquah is seen as one of the founders of this nation. I am terribly ashamed as a history student. My God, I do not like JB Danquah, and I will tell you why. Because I am a history student. When it was time for us to have independence, my brother, JB Danquah wrote a letter to Obdam Esquire in England. You know Obdam? Obdam. He was a lawyer. He wrote a letter to him. And you know what he told him? He told him straight away, listen, man. In fact, we are not ready for this independence. Let the British continue to be here. My brother, my sister, let the British continue to be here. And that letter is contained in one of JB Danquah's books. JB Danquah, when this nation was being founded, he said we were not ready to found a nation. Nkrumah said, no, we are ready. And you can even read about that in Nkrumah's books, especially the dark days in Ghana. Let's go to K.A. Busia, the so-called patriot. He wrote a letter to the British Parliament bemoaning the situation that the British wanted to leave. You know what he said? Oh, are you leaving us so soon? That was the question K.A. Busia asked the British when Nkrumah asked them to leave. Are these founders? Can JB Danquah be seen as a founder? It is only, my brother, my sister, a history illiterate person who would classify all these people as founders. On the day Kwame Nkrumah rose and stood on the rostrum and declared the independence of this nation, where were those other guys? They were in the crowd, ashamed, defeated in their own battlefield. Hallelujah. My brother, even the financier of the UGCC, Pa Grant, just George Grant, my brother, my sister, on his sick bed about 2 years before the independence of this nation, was crying and telling Kwame Nkrumah that, I believe in you. Move on and give us our independence. If I had known earlier, I would have concentrated on you. The rest of them was a waste of time. Pa Grant told Kwame Nkrumah this. Kwame Nkrumah visited Pa Grant time and again on his sick bed. Ask me if the rest of them did. Maybe they will say, oh, this is an Nzima man. He doesn't matter. After all, they even wanted to name this country Akan land. Let me shock you them all. My brother, it shocks me that a petty president like Nana Akufo Addo is disgracing us like this. Nkrumah is bigger than Ghana. Trust me. If Nana Addo succeeds in throwing Nkrumah under the bus in Ghana, my brother, he will be exalted into several statues in so many different countries. Kwame Nkrumah is bigger than Ghana. When they recently built the Nkrumah Mausoleum back, look at the number of tourists that we saw trooping into this country geometrically. Who cares about JB Danquah? Who cares about the rest of them? The so-called Big Six. Of course, they supported. But at the end of the day, they denied Kwame Nkrumah and supported the British to colonize us even the more. They are ashamed of founders. And as a history student, I tell you this without apology. Why? Everyday founders, Kwame Nkrumah are rejected. On what premise? The premise of bitterness and illiteracy in the field of history. It's shocking, my brother. Then Akufo Addo that we thought was at least a little interested in history has proven to us that he is a history illiterate. And it shocks me. Or is born out of sheer bitterness.
Ehena someone of Blakk Rasta over drop a bombshell. Ochema Nanado Danquah Akufo Addo ne uncle JB Danquah Dina Wabwa Bono Ebian Nanado Danquah Akufo Addo New free ne uncle JB Danquah and you may be or achieve ye and you or no Blakk Rasta or Bakayon JB Danquah. Oh, the highest achievement, a for him.
And I heard Nana Akufo Addo say, yes, despite the fact that Nkrumah did a lot of bad things in the country, we still give him the credit. Oh my God. Even the people of Chebi rejected JB Danquah. The people of Chebi rejected him. The highest JB Danquah could ever rise to in Chebi was Trafuhene. We are not joking. This should be the last time anybody, and I'm telling you, a last time, my brother, my sister, that anybody will behave such illiterate in the face of history. I am so shocked with this bitterness. You bombed Nkrumah several times. You chased his ghost into empty spaces. But today, as it stands, Nkrumah has proven that he's bigger and better even in death than when he was alive. Oh my God. Why did Nana Addo say all these things? I sit back and I cry. Now, why did they even decide to choose 4th August as Founders Day? You know why? Did you know that? Did you question it? Why 4th August? Because the UGCC was founded on the 4th of August in 1947, 10 years exactly before Nkrumah gave us our independence and founded this nation. So Nana Addo prefers to celebrate UGCC more than celebrate the independence of Ghana. Hallelujah. It's so shocking. Now the UGCC, my brother, my sister, died after just 2 years. How long did the UGCC last? After Kwame Nkrumah left the UGCC, it died. It was founded on the 4th of August, 1947. Nkrumah was invited into it 5 months later in December. George Grant, another Nzima man, paid his way through from abroad to Ghana. And when he came, he started building the offices, all the branches. He became Nkrumah show boy. He held 2 positions with the UGCC, spokesman and 2 general secretary. He was the backbone. They were shocked that such a man could come in and be greater than all of them put together. Jealousy, evil eyes. When Nkrumah left them, Nkrumah arrived in December of 1947. The following year, in 1948, he was already building Ghana National School right there in Cape Coast. He named it Ghana in 1948. 9 years before the independence of this nation, when others were advocating to have Akan land. He, just a few months of being in Ghana, invited into the UGCC, he already built a school from his own pockets. Nkrumah died without a single house in his name. Nkrumah died without a single property in his name. His children became orphans and were doing menial jobs across the world in order to survive. They had to take refuge in the Egyptian embassy. And even with that, when Fatia wrote in her will that she wanted to be buried next to the only man she knew all her life, Kwame Nkrumah, it brought tears into my eyes. A woman who lived with Nkrumah for just a few years. They had this language barrier. When Kwame Nkrumah died in exile, and she realized that she was terminally ill. In her will, she didn't demand the coat of arms of Ghana. She didn't demand the motto of Ghana. She said, even though Egypt is a more prosperous and historically a bigger country than Ghana, I want my remains to be buried in Ghana, next to no other person but my husband. I'm going to make a song for I beg your pardon, Fatia Nkrumah. That's how much she loved Nkrumah and how much she saw what Nkrumah was doing. Nobody comes into this country because of JB Danquah. Nobody comes into this country because of K.A. Buzia. Nobody comes into this country because of Nana Akufo Addo. Left to Nana Akufo Addo, in fact, not even flies will come into this country. Nobody is interested in coming into the country. And I'm not being insulting. I'm only spewing out the facts. Historical. I leave it here, my brother. You see, this thing about Founders Day, they have decided to name the founding day of the UGCC after this nation. So, Mr. President, how about the Aborigines Protectorate, whatever? How about that? If we want to go historical, there couldn't be any better founder than Kwame Nkrumah. He even went all the way to Ashanti, and brought the Ashanti Kingdom into present-day Ghana in 1956. He went to the northern region. The people there wanted to break away. He begged them and talked to them to join us, and they did. What is the work of a founder? J.B. Danquah, all his life, had never even been to the northern region. K.A. Buzia, show me one instance he was in the northern region or in the Ewe land. He was around Winchi, all the way into Ashanti and Accra. That's it. And London, where he died. Nkrumah went to all the four corners of this country. Talked to all the seamstresses and other artisans. Nkrumah showboy, Kwame Nkrumah showboy. The Airways wanted to go and join Togo. He told them, no, Taflache, please come. We need you. And when he succeeded in uniting the Ashanti and the Northerners and the Airways, he went into Togo to try and usurp Togo and bring Togo to join Ghana. Did you know that? It took Gilchrist Olympio to run around the West and gather support to be able to stay away. Togo would have been part of Ghana. What is the work of a founder? If he went round bringing all these people together, who else should be called the founder? Please don't disgrace us. Stop this history illiterate talk. I am so nauseous anytime I hear this joke. You could be bitter like lime, but your bitterness, keep it in your house.
Blakk Rasta message you was sending to Danwload Akufo Addo after message on Founders Day. Amafu Brinano Omuchim said Danwload Akufo Addo and somewhere all kind about Kwame Nkrumah and Shim Prime. Yes, in Shim Prime, Blakk Rasta watching and say, JB Danquah Dina Wababono. Time Kwame Nkrumah declare Ghana, your beloved country, is free forever. Satam ne JB Danquah, Ojina crowd in Mua, Obo se mano. Even Park Grants, Krana UGCC, or your financier crampunu, or no crack catcher Kwame Nkrumah said, Kwame, minimum committee wechi. Na Nkrofo ya, me support your obono. Kwame, o waste time. How can you say JB Danquah, the highest achievement in California? Say, you two from the wind, one tear, or one tear. It was a your mammy, or comment section. Next video, we now for us to answer. It can be midi, edit kojo black background.
Sending money abroad just got a whole lot easier with Afriex. Our slick app makes international transfer crazy fast and super secure. Just tap a few buttons, money sent across the globe in minutes. One magic of Afriex is that you can add your debit card or load money to your Afriex wallet right in the app, then send those funds to your recipient overseas straight to their bank account at lightning speed and zero fees. You can earn a one-time bonus of $20 if you refer your friends and they send up to $150. Whether you're in the USA, Canada, Europe, or anywhere in the world, Afriex. Best rates at no cost with no hidden fees.